Hi everybody, Carrie Lee here with Pura Vida Vitality and Nutrition, and today's video is going to be a very exciting one. I'm going to share with you some tips and tools that you can use and try to incorporate in order to stay motivated on the road to health. And this also goes for staying motivated on the just track of life and just trying to live with fire and live with gusto. Because let's face it, we all have rough days, rough weeks, sometimes even we have rough months. So these are some tips and tools that you can try to use to incorporate in order to live a healthy and happy life. So first of all, think of your family and loved ones. And what I mean by this is, let's say you're trying to stay healthy and you're reaching for some of the unhealthy food items, junk foods or fast foods. Let's say you want to skip a day at the gym, or let's say you're just down in the dumps and you've got no motivation to, try to make yourself happy and get out of the depression or sadness that you're in. Well, think of your family and think of your loved ones. Do you want to be around for a long time with your significant other and your kids? Do you want to be healthy for them? Do you want to, be healthy for your parents, for your friends, for some other family members? And sometimes just thinking of these things will kind of help you stay motivated on the road to health. Another thing that sometimes works is basically just emotion. And what I mean by this is we're emotional beings and we're moved and touched by things easily, even if it doesn't necessarily have a direct impact on our own lives. So a good example of this is if you want to open up a YouTube search right now, and so this way you don't forget to do it later on. And in that YouTube search, just type the Hoyt team. Hoyt, Hoyt team, and just give it a minute and, or a few minutes and watch that video and watch how heartfelt that is and how motivated that's all about. I don't want to, give it away too much, but sometimes when I watch videos similar to this, and you'll know what I'm talking about once it's complete, I really have a hard time feeling down in the dumps anymore about my life when there's incredible and very inspiring people out there that can do so much with so little. Another thing that I like to use with my clients is something that I like to call shock value. And this is where I find when people, if you find out a new fact about something or find out something new that you didn't know before, sometimes it can very, very quickly change your mind about giving up some of the, some of the diet pitfalls or some of the unhealthy eating habits or unhealthy lifestyle behaviors that you've maybe fallen into in the past. So I'll give you some examples here of some facts that I find very moving. So did you know that as a Canadian, your chances of dying from cancer are 1 in 4? If you smoke, the chances are better than not that you'll succumb to arterial sclerosis some point in life, so hardening of the arteries and heart disease. If you eat processed foods and not many fresh fruits and vegetables, you will probably get more sick than others and will probably die from a condition related to your unhealthy diet. Your chances of getting an immune condition such as MS, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, celiac disease, reactive arthritis, etc., increases dramatically with the amount of inflammatory foods that you have in your diet. If you consume sugar regularly, especially if your blood sugar levels are not well regulated, you not only have a very high chance of developing type 2 diabetes, but an equally high chance of developing dementia and Alzheimer's as well. And then just a couple more here. You would have to walk for 7 hours straight to burn off a supersized Coke, fry, and Big Mac meal. In the US, they eat more than 1 million animals per hour, and in Canada, we eat close to the same by ratio. One fast food hamburger usually contains the meat from 100 different cows. And the average Canadian takes 12 to 14 prescription medications each year. This is not including over-the-counter. And this generation of children is expected to live a shorter lifespan than their parents if obesity, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, etc., all these epidemics do not get turned around and get turned around very quickly. So just some really shocking facts there. And you know what? You have control over your life. You have control over your eating habits and your lifestyle behaviors. Don't become a statistic. Stay healthy. Something else I find motivating is music. Sometimes we just feel like jamming out to our favorite song, whether it be rock or reggaeton or reggae or jazz or pop or whatever it is. Throw on your favorite music or music videos, listen to it, crank it up, and sometimes that just helps you feel more motivated about life. They say that music increases an endorphin rush, which is your feel-good chemicals like your dopamine and your serotonin, your feel-good neurotransmitters, and it's been said that music also touches our souls. Positive affirmations are another thing that you can use daily in order to help improve not only self-confidence and self-esteem, but also motivation. So here are some examples of my favorite positive affirmations that you can practice daily. And it's always best to do them while looking in a mirror. It's also good to know that even if you don't believe that these affirmations are true for you at first, keep saying them and eventually they will mean something to you and you will see a difference. I no longer judge and criticize myself. I accept myself just the way I am. I am open and receptive to all the good and abundance that the universe has to offer. I am powerfully positive in everything I do, think, and say. I deserve to be happy and successful. And another idea here are reading a good quote daily. I love quotes. I read them every day. And there's a wonderful website out there. That's www.livelifehappy.com. And it's got great quotes and it updates just about every single day. There's a whole bunch of other ideas out there for quotes as well. But reading a quote can definitely be life-changing. Some examples of my favorite quotes that changed my life are as follows. Only you can change your life. No one can do it for you. If you want to achieve greatness, stop asking for permission. Never give up on something that you cannot go a day without thinking about. Everything that you need is already inside you. And whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And the number one quote that changed my life is, what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? Meditation and visualization. These are two separate things, but I kind of put them together in the same category. So meditation is basically when you close your eyes, for the most part. You close your eyes, you relax. You can use some imagery, so you can picture like a nice beach or something like that, whatever kind of makes you comfortable, makes you calm and relaxed. And this has actually been shown to decrease stress levels and decrease anxiety and can also help boost mood. So this is something that you can practice daily. And if you're not quite sure how to meditate, just YouTube guided meditations, and there's so much great information out there and so many great guided meditations that you can do. Visualization, on the other hand, is basically when you're visualizing yourself succeed. So let's say I've got a very tough day ahead with a whole bunch of things that I want to plan to get done and a whole bunch of things that I want to conquer. If the morning of, visualize myself getting all of that done, doing it well, and succeeding, research basically shows that I will indeed succeed and the course of my day will go well, will go definitely quite well. This is a tip that Olympic athletes tend to use before they run a race or before they swim a race or whatever they're doing. They visualize themselves succeeding, they visualize themselves winning, and research shows that this actually indeed helps improve and boost their performance. Another tip that I use, especially when people tend to fall off the wagon, is ask yourself, is it true? So let's say I'm out for dinner with some friends and I really feel like a piece of chocolate peanut butter cheesecake. Now you all know my favorite dessert of all time. So let's say I really feel like a piece of cheesecake and I'm telling myself, oh my God, I need that cheesecake. Well, I just ask myself, is it true? Is it absolutely true at this point in time that I need that cheesecake or I'm going to die? And obviously the answer is no. So that kind of helps me stay on the right path. Or likewise, let's say that I'm trying to go for a new job or a promotion and I tell myself, and we do this a lot, I can't do that, I'm not good enough. Well, ask yourself, is it true? Is it true that you cannot do that? Or is it true that 100% you are not good enough to do that? And the chances are the answer is no. So that helps you kind of push forward and puts you in the positive momentum to get things done and get what you really want out of life. Another thing that's important in order to stay healthy as well as stay motivated in life is setting effective goals for yourself. And there's an acronym that you can use called SMART goals, and you can just Google this, SMART. So S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for attainable, R stands for related, and T stands for timed. And you want to make sure that you're writing your goals down on paper and put them somewhere that you see them frequently. Because if you just have them up here in your head, chances are you're not probably going to actually achieve that goal. We need it down on paper, we need it set in stone, and we need to be seeing it and reminding ourselves of it frequently in order to stay motivated. So another good idea to stay motivated is to surround yourself with positive people. If you hang out with people, or if you surround yourself with people that drag you down all the time, chances are you're going to be in kind of a dopey mood yourself as well, or you're going to be depressed, or you're not going to be, very motivated about life to get things done. The more you hang out with upbeat people, people that are motivated, people that want a lot out of life and want to live a very enriched life, chances are you're going to be following in their footsteps as well. So keep people around you that, motivate you and that you look up to. And also what goes hand in hand with this is make sure that you're staying in a motivating place. What I mean by this is, let's say you're at a work place and you work at a desk, typical desk 9 to 5, Monday to Friday type of thing, and the atmosphere around you is very dull. Let's say the walls are white. Let's say, you don't have any music on in the background and you've got no nice pictures up or no quotes up around you or no bright colors around you or no furniture that you like around you. Chances are you're not going to be very productive at work and you're not going to be very motivated to be at work and you're not going to enjoy your job as much. So make sure that you include the things around you, even if it's just a few pictures, some bright colors, a nice office chair, a nice desk, whatever it is to kind of keep you motivated at work and keep you productive. Another thing that I like to tell my clients to do is to make a bucket list. So basically, if anyone has seen the movie The Bucket List, this kind of gives you an idea. It's an unlimited amount of things that you put and you want to write down. Again, just like the goals, you want to write down, put on a piece of paper. Now you can hide this away sometimes. This is a fun idea to do on New Year's Eve. Put it away for the year and bring it back out the next year and see if you've accomplished anything. So you're writing down all of the things that you want to see, do, or experience in this lifetime. And then ask yourself, what's holding you back from doing it now? So let's say it's financial, and let's say one of your goals on your bucket list is traveling around the world. Well, maybe now that you know what's holding you back, let's say it being a financial means, you can try to figure out a way to basically make this happen, whether it be putting money aside or spending less money on some things that you can tend to cut back on, and that way you can kind of start a vacation fund. Because if it's on your bucket list and if it's that important to you, you want to make sure that you're accomplishing some of these things in your lifetime. You want to be living with passion. Another tip to use is basically what I call remember your why. So let's say you're having a rough day or you're off the health track, and let's say you haven't been back at the gym or whatever the case is. Remember why you started in the first place. Is it because, like we said in the very beginning, that you want to be around for a long time for your children, for your family, for your loved ones? Is it because, you've got a goal in mind and you want to achieve that goal? Is it because you recently had some blood work done, or the doctor told you that, you're heading down the road for heart disease or heading down the road for diabetes and you want to get healthy again? Remember your why, bring it back to your why, and try to get back to, staying on the road to health and being motivated again. And then most importantly, self. And basically what I mean by this is, people can push you to do things in your life. You can have someone telling you that you should be getting healthy, you should be eating more vegetables, you should be drinking more water. But unfortunately, you are not going to make these changes until you yourself are ready to make changes. So please make sure to educate yourself. You can do this by online reading, by YouTube videos such as this, by reading books, just basically getting out there in the community. There's many different resources that are even free that you don't have to pay for. And educate yourself about eating healthy and living a healthy life. Because healthy involves mind, body, and spirit. It's not only by what the food we put in our mouth and the physical activity that we get on a daily basis. It goes so much deeper than that. So please, if you're interested in more, you can check out my YouTube channel, which is Carrie Lee RHN. Stay tuned for some more great videos. You can find me on Facebook as well at Pura Vida Vitality and Nutrition. and check out my website at www.puravitavitality.ca. And remember, stay motivated and have an awesome day.